Hey guys, welcome to the Pitch Black Unboxing Show, our first show for 2023.
Welcome everybody. Welcome. So we're in issue 6 of the magazine. And what have we got?
We have got the Celebrating Our Sisters issue, and we are tremendously excited about this. Celebrating Our Sisters is all about celebrating the work, the lives of our beautiful Black and brown sisters here in the UK. And so what we've done is we've made sure we've got a beautiful Black or brown sister on the cover. We've got contributors who are Black and brown sisters, and all of the features are either featuring Black and brown sisters or targeted at enhancing the lives of our sisters. So we are tremendously excited about this. Of course, we've got the fabulous Michelle Gale on the cover. And listen, if you haven't got the issue yet, pause this video, go and get it. www.pitchblackmagazine.com. Get your issue. The current issue is always free. And I promise you it will be an absolutely brilliant read. One of the features that we've got, we had a feature around money. Of course, we always have mindset, wellness, health, business, economics, money, and sometimes we do education. But for this piece, we had a really great feature on money, and we assembled a brilliant team of financial educators and experts who pulled a piece together called 10 Essential Financial Tips for 2023. So, hey, let's introduce those beautiful ladies who have contributed to this piece. Welcome and thank you so much.
Hi, everybody.
Brilliant, brilliant.
All right.
So Sharon was the lead on this. Sharon, you put together this piece in terms of the 10 essential financial tips for 2023. We're in the middle of a financial, well, I guess a cost of living crisis, an energy crisis. So everybody is stretched, particularly in their finances. Why are these tips so important?
Great question, Colin, and thank you for the invite. Yeah, it's essential, especially now, because we are in a cost of living crisis and people really need to know. It's still important to know what to do with your money. The little that you have, you're now splitting it across a plethora of different utilities and food and children's everything. And so you still need to kind of think to the long-term future. What can I do now to still make sure that when I get to the ripe old age of my pension, or when I decide that it's time for me to slow down, will I still have sufficient there to live a good life, or to have embraced the life that I want? Or if I'm trying to build my wealth, will the cost of living crisis stop me doing that? Or are there some tips? Are there some things that I can do to kind of help me to build on that without completely stopping what I'm doing, and just to engage and just to support people? That's really what we're about. And I work alongside these wonderful ladies every day. They're educators as well. And we have our own forum that we engage in. And so it's great for me to kind of get them together and say, look, what would be your top tip?
Absolutely. Okay. Well, let's jump straight in and talk about some of these top tips. Sharon, you led with the first tip, which is protect your income. What's that about? What's the essence of that, and what's the benefit of that?
Yeah, so I think one of the things people need to think about is we talk about life, don't we? We talk about leaving a legacy after we're not here. We talk about a lot of the time if we need to have private medical, if we're unwell. But one of the key components of protection is also about protecting the income, the money that comes into your household. If anything happened to you, if you were to get ill, not just if you were to pass away, what happens if you get ill and all your statutory sick pay has come to an end? What do you do? And so people need to understand that there are some methods out there. There are some protection opportunities out there that they can use. And so I really want people to understand is take a look at protecting the income that you bring in to the household, so that if you were to have the unfortunate need where you've used your statutory sick pay and now you need to still be off work for an X amount of time, that there is some financial support that doesn't necessarily need to come from the government if you don't qualify. Not everyone qualifies for universal credit, and therefore, once their statutory sick pay comes to an end, they need to understand that they still have an opportunity to support their family and keep paying their bills, so it doesn't then become a pressure point for the family.
And I guess it's important to distinguish that we're not talking about life assurance here. We're talking about income protection.
We're talking about income. We're specifically talking about income protection. Life assurance is when, if you pass away and you wanted to leave a legacy, or your debts no longer die with you. So if you wanted to ensure that your family could secure that and make payments on that, this is really about whilst you're still with us, whilst you're still alive, and you have some income that you need to protect. When the salary is no longer available, what do you do then? And that's about protecting that income. And people seem to think that it'll cost them a lot of money. These days, it's relatively low amounts of money to protect your income.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you so much, Sharon.
Thank you.
Was there another one?
Right, I think if we go to Linda, during I had a wonderful time at the hairdressers the other day, and you ladies, I have to say, hats off to all of you. You were the hot topic. You were the hot topic. I sat there just making sure to remind myself so I could be prepared for today's interview. And we were going through all of the tips, and calculators were out, and real kind of like reflection on what am I doing as a woman, a single parent, mother, married, didn't matter, but your tips were spot on and have really got people thinking, so well done for that. And then when we were looking and talking about your tip, you were talking about diversifying. So can you unpack that a little bit more for us?
Okay. Thank you so much, yourself and your team, for bringing myself and our team on board as well. Right. So myself speaking about diversity, it's not just looking at one particular thing. That we've come to that point where people would look at it and say, okay, if I'm a nurse, I'm just going to be nurse forever. So they are just looking at one stream. They are looking at one thing. So when bringing diversity in the financial side, I was trying to just explain that do not look at one stream of income. So don't just settle for that job that is bringing you that income, but in that job, begin to think outside that job, that what else can I put in place? What else can I do that can bring me that extra income? So just like Sharon spoke earlier on, should you lose your job, or even when you are unable to do the job, what are the other things that can bring in an income whilst you are still getting ready to go back yourself? So the diversity is that part that comes in that money is working for you, not you even being there to do the job, but your money is working for you. So I think it's about time where we all have to start looking, especially what pandemic have really taught us, that you shouldn't just look at one income. You should be able to say, if this is what I'm now, what can I do with that? and
Yeah.
getting other streams of income, life will become a bit easier, especially in this
Yeah.
time. So that's what
Okay.
I meant by
Brilliant.
that tip.
Brilliant. So multiple streams of income
Mm.
is the best way to go. So you're not depending on just
The
one
best.
salary or one income stream.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
All
And
right.
if we will
And
all
then-
be very in this, yeah. You were going to add to that?
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
Linda.
go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So I was just adding to it that if we will all really look at the time in which we are, this seasons, just having one income is not enough at all. Electricity
Not
bills
gonna
have
cut
gone
it.
up, gases have gone up,
Yeah.
everything really gone up. So people that have only one income, you end up seeing your money even get finished before your next
Mhm.
pay it's arriving. But what
Yeah.
about if I'm able to sacrifice now to create something, to look at another way of bringing in another extra income? Will I be in that same situation?
Yeah.
I would definitely not be. In as much as it's getting expensive, we also have to be wise to look at what else
Yeah.
can I do to meet up with the season which we are. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
so
great advice.
Thank you, Linda. It really sparked a lot of conversation, and people were thinking, well, diversifying, how would I do that? Does that mean I need to go and get another job, or can I use some of what's coming in to invest wisely? It was really, it sparked a lot of conversation. So thank you for that.